Hello, hey everybody. Joey Sparks here, and God's mercies are new again this morning.
Woke up this morning with my mind set on Jesus. I woke up this morning with my mind.
Chapter 20, 21, into 22 even, this final judgment and reward for the faithful. And there's so much, of course, we could talk about when it comes to the new heavens, new earth, the city that's prepared for God's people being able to live with God in heaven. And so many details that bring us hope and courage that should remind us of God's continual blessing of us with preparation, with promise. Let's, for our time together this morning and thinking about these chapters, just zoom in on why was the book written again? Why is this book even in existence? That's to call these Christians to continual obedience and faithfulness. Endurance is a key word. So let's just read verses 5 through number 8 in chapter 21. Knowing that you've got this imagery of the city of heaven and the river of water of life through the city in chapter 22. You've got the promises of no pain and no tears, no more dying. All of that is in the background. So we're not eliminating it. We're just saying, let's zoom in on something else with all of that around us. Verse 5, he was seated on the throne, said, behold, I'm making all things new. He also said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. And he said to me, it is done. I am the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty, I will give from the spring of the water of life without payment. The one who conquers will have this heritage, and I will be his God, he will be my son. Verse 7, so important. The one who conquers, that same refrain from chapters 2 and 3 to each of those 7 churches. So keep conquering, keep overcoming, repent if you need to, because I'll give you all of this, and I will be your God, you'll be my people. Then there's a contrast, verse 8. Here's again the reminder, if you do not, here's what happens. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, murderers, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. The second death is coming for all eternity for the beast, the Roman Empire, those false prophets that enabled the beast, for the dragon himself, Satan, and for all who succumb to their temptations. And a lot of those things are things that we would just shudder and never think, I'm never going to commit those things. Murderers, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, all liars, all those things are things that we are against. But the two at the front end of that are especially applicable to every Christian. And you might say these are the types of people the book was primarily written toward. Those who were clearly involved in sin already knew they needed to repent. What about the rest that are kind of in between? Don't be cowardly. Don't be faithless. Don't try to think you can please everybody. You can't. So instead, please Christ. And please him with courage. Please him with constant faithfulness and endurance. Keep on, lest you face the second death in the fire, the same place where Satan himself, the dragon, where the beast, these emperors are. Thank you for your time this morning. It's our prayer. God's timeless word will be on your mind all day today.
I woke up this morning.